Hey everyone, I'm Mark,
I'm Ben.
and welcome to the Jackalope Club. This is episode 4,
Wow,
Quattro.
yes.
Did you take Spanish in high school?
I did 2 years.
Do you know Spanish?
A bit. I think that I can pick up and hear Spanish. I also dated a Hispanic girl for a few years who her whole family spoke Spanish all the time, and I learned through the mean things that they'd say about me.
It's funny, you're like, oh yeah, I think I can speak Spanish. And you mentioned all the things about not speaking Spanish. Like I
Yeah.
dated Hispanic. I also
I can pick up
heard
on
mean
it.
things about it. Yeah, so I think that'd be a good skill. I took French thinking this is going to be the way to go. I'm totally going to use
It's
this.
the language of love.
But I guess so, but it didn't work out at all in any facet. So I just know Je m'appelle Mark. That's about it.
What is that? My name is Mark.
That's it.
Dang.
And
How
then
many
I
years
think
did you take?
J'adore means I love. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Did you ever do did you ever have trips or anything with your language classes? We had, if you took because in my high school you only had to do 2 years of a language, but if you did 3 or 4, I believe the fourth year you could go on a trip to Madrid.
What?
Yeah, and it was a paid
that's a
thing,
trip.
right? And they would do
Yeah.
fundraisers or something. It was a summer trip where you could go and study abroad.
Did you do it?
No, I only took 2 years.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Would you go on that trip?
I think that thinking now probably, because language classes were never really that hard because it's kind of just memory. I mean, I guess it's hard, but it's just memory to me. So it's memory class, and if you can do that, then I don't know. I guess that as it gets harder potentially, but I think about now as an adult, if I would have had the work ethic now or that I do now, then heck yeah. But I think it was a $3,200 trip, so I don't know how my parents would have afforded that.
Oh, yeah. Then it's just go to Madrid with your
I'd
parents
be
or
selling
something.
chocolate bars. I think that's what the fundraiser they did.
Oh, the whole scam with all that. I need to go on a trip to Madrid.
Were you ever in a club that you had to pay for a trip like that? I was in ski club. We had to pay for
there wasn't much skiing in Arizona. Although there's snow. There wasn't a ski club for sure. But I was in band and we did a band trip.
Oh, yeah.
So if you were in band at least 2 years, I'm pretty sure that was the qualifier. Then you get to go to Disneyland.
Ooh.
And the band director, Mr. Curry, shout out to Mr. Curry. I know he's watching this. He knew someone at Disney or Disneyland.
Yeah.
And so usually the people that played there before, it's kind of oh yeah, the high school or the middle school's playing and they get to play on this little gazebo. Ooh. Well, he either knew someone or pulled strings and he said, no, we're actually gonna be able to march in a parade. So I was blown away. I was a Disney kid growing up. Still, I veered a little bit,
right?
But I loved it. I was oh my god, Disneyland! We're marching down Main Street. This is gonna be cool.
Yeah.
And so we did it. I learned zippity doo dah on the saxophone, alto sax, and then he again pulled strings or did whatever. At the time, I wish I appreciated it more.
Yeah.
Because at the time, we were able to go into a studio. Where Disney does the recordings, and we recorded what we learned for the march. So we did zippity doo dah and all these Disney things. And I at the time I was well, I knew it was cool, but I wish I appreciated it more because I didn't memorize the stuff as well. I could have been way better. And then I remember being oh my gosh, this is gonna be recorded somewhere. So a jerk I was, I when there was a beat for silence, I went squeak, being well, that's me, that was me. So I thought this is gonna live on forever, and I'll be the squeak alto sax in there. Never heard the recording, but yeah, it was fun. And marching down Main Street, that was really cool.
That's fun. We did
that was the only club.
Cherry Blossom Festival for band in Washington D.C.
And you just went Cherry Blossom season?
It was the Cherry Blossom Festival, and I don't know what that means, but there was a big parade, and we marched in that parade. But it was 105 degrees out, and I played the bass drum at the time, which was real rough. I remember our band was 120 something people when we started the parade, and then at the end of it there was 58 people left. People were just falling out left and right because it was so hot, and we were told that it was a half mile, so we it wasn't going to be that long. At max 25 minutes, with floats stopping along the way. But it ended up being like 2.5 hours in the heat. And yeah, I think there's like videos of like people just like throwing up and falling down, and yeah.
This is like my nightmare. This is like a nightmare parade.
It was, because it was like a never-ending parade, and we only had like 4 cadences, so we were just like playing like this. It's like every time I hear like a beat that is like similar to the ones that we were playing, or like there was like one specific like song that we played during it, I just kind of like a little shell shock.
Could you imagine taking your family and be like, we're going to go to the Cherry Blossom Parade, and like an 8th grader is just like playing clarinet and just barfs and pass out? Like,
what is that?
That's traumatizing. Oh my God, no.
As the Snoopy float goes by.
Yeah, it's just like everyone's sweating and drenched in sweat.
Yeah.
Do you think anyone had a good time at that parade?
Maybe the kids who got like the candy. You know what I mean? They throw candy. Because they probably weren't like disturbed by the heat because they were all sugared up.
It's never good candy. It's always
it's like the flavored Tootsie Rolls.
Yeah, or the Dum Dum lollipops, the tiny ones.
And they crack because they throw them on the sidewalk.
Yeah, it's probably leftover candy from the previous parade that no one picked up. Just scoop it and recycle it everywhere.
Down at the Chamber of Commerce, they just got a cardboard box. They just throw the candy in.
Probably, yeah.
Probably.
Yeah. I like talking about just being a kid and everything, and did you ever do magic, like, or want to be a magician?
So bad, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a Sony PSP, and there was like I didn't really play. I played like one game on there, but I had a lot of. You could get like shows. So I had like My Name Is Earl, but I also had like Chris Angel Mind Freak. And I would like watch Chris Angel on there and be like, I want to do magic. And then I would like practice like fake floating, where you had like your pants hang with like one foot on the table and like, ooh, I'm floating. Yeah, I wanted to do magic, but never like card trick magic. I think I tried card tricks a few times. What about you?
Yeah. I got all the sets and all that. And then I wanted to do card tricks. A quick aside, I just learned to shuffle this year, so you can tell I did not become a magician.
I was gonna say,
because for me, shuffling was just like, and now I just got a deck. And I was like, I have to learn to shuffle, because my wife's like, and I
you're
can't
like,
do that.
Card, and then you just put the deck back together. Is this your card?
So I got all the set, and then like everything, and I remember I could see it vividly. It came with a corny wand where you could pull out the flowers.
Ooh,
and a pretty good book. So I think it was like beginner and then getting up to advanced. So naturally I was like, well, I'm already advanced because I got my wand. I'm not going to learn to shuffle. So I did the mystery ball thing where you can make it disappear.
Yeah.
And I distinctly remember it was a Sunday morning. We're on our way over to church. I was like, hold on, guys, I got a trick.
Yeah.
And then I messed it up, and all my younger brother did was like, oh, like he basically figured out the trick, and I was so pissed that I like bolted after him and like beat on him. Like he's already taller, so I don't know why he let me like beat on him. Maybe it was that old brother thing. And yeah, I have apologized so many times in my life. He's like, just stop.
It's his fault.
But like that was it. I was like, I'll never be a magician because I could not figure out the ball trick.
You ruined my career.
My career's gone. But that was it. So, but no, I want to do so bad. And I saw a show in Las Vegas once. And for me, I enjoyed the show, but I'm trying to figure it out so bad.
Right. Yeah.
Well, now that I'm here,
wires and stuff.
Yeah, because with Chris Angel, I always thought, well, it must be some sort of also production trick, editing. These people are plants. But I thought, I'm there, so I'm gonna figure this out. And dude, my mind was blown because I did like 3 different like shows. It was like a big one, and then kind of like a up close one.
Yeah.
And then I went back to where I was in California. And have you heard of the Magic Castle?
Sounds familiar.
So it's like the place where magicians go to learn and do tricks and get better. It's
deal,
their,
right? Like
it's like their Lampoon, their Harvard. And I think it's burnt down now. We'll have to fact check that now because Neil Patrick Harris, it burnt once. Neil Patrick Harris is a big magician, so he saved it. So at any rate, I was there. Yeah. You have to get invited. That's the thing, is you can't just go walk up to the Magic Castle. You have to know a magician to get invited. Now, magicians want to like have people at their shows. So all you have to do is like know one magician who is doing a show there, and it's basically like a bringer show, pretty much.
Sense.
Yeah, and so we knew a magician, and it's super. You have to know someone. You can't be like, I'm going to like they. So already right off the jump, it's this really neat feeling where you feel like you're already in the magic trick.
Right.
And you have to give like a certain code to get in. You have to know the magician. They have to like check to make sure that they paid the magician dues, like their union dues, even though there's not a union. Basically, like, did they pay their magic castle dues? Yeah, pretty much. And you go. The annoying thing was you had to have like dinner. You can't just go, oh, I know his. Gosh, I wish I knew.
Dude, I'd be so scared to eat that food.
Dude, so yes, you get it. You get it.
Pull something out of your mouth later.
Yes. So I'm into it. I like it. I love magic. I thought the whole thing, and it's actually a castle. It's not a cardboard kind of like hokey dinner theater thing. It's a really nice piece of architecture. So I'm in there, and they say, "Oh, by the way, God, I wish I knew the magician's name. I feel bad, but I'll know it." They'll come to me, and they say, "Oh, you got to do dinner before the show." And I was like, I get it. That's how they make their money, because we weren't really paying for the show. You're paying for the meal.
Right.
And I had the same thought of you. I was like, I don't want to be inside of any bits. I don't want to be chosen anywhere. And man, it was a delicious dinner. I'm not picky, but I will say when things are delicious, if something, I'm like, if a meal is just a delicious meal. It was, yes. Yeah, they told me to stop saying that. They're like, okay, we get it. It was really, really good. And we saw the shows, and these amazing just card tricks. And then they called on me for one, which I was like, massive anxiety right away. I'm like, no.
No, not me.
I think they knew that I was skeptical. Yeah, I didn't want to do anything with it. And I think they knew I was skeptical, like trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
And he had this puzzle, like big puzzle. And he's like, start picking out all of the like things. He basically figured out like which piece I was going to put in and when.
Yeah.
It was truly mind blowing. I didn't know what he was doing. I was trying to mess him up, and I wasn't going to be a jerk that's like, I knew I was like, I'm not going to be the jerk that's like, does not mind and like try to make it about me. It was more of, I was trying to be like, okay, he knows I'm going to go for this piece. So I'm really going to go for this piece. But in his magic mind, he knew that I was going to do that. And then when the whole puzzle was put together, and I wish I could explain it better, but this was years ago. When the whole puzzle was put together, I definitely like, Clive was like, oh, but like, so I believe in magic. There's got to be something there between, it's a skill, but also it's a spectacle. But I think there's just something. He was like reading my brain, man. I know it was a trick, but I can't figure it out.
It sounds more like do you believe in like psychic abilities? Because I think that's more like is that? Because like I think that I could believe more in something like that than like I don't know, like cut somebody in half, making somebody teleport. Like I like the theatrics of magic, but like I really get interested in those kind of tricks where it's like where it's more of like either they're reading your brain or they're just really, really good. There's some sort of like intelligence agent that can just understand what you're doing. I
don't know what it was, because then I was thinking maybe there's a plant and there's someone behind him. There's something in his ear. Yeah. But I was just going into
Googling you.
Yeah.
And Skittles.
And he like knew. And then when I sat down, I was like so angry, and I thought, man, he called me out. He knew I would get the trick. Like, I was like, man, am I weak? Am I strong? I overthought all of it, but I'm with you. There's got to be some kind of. It was the food. This whole thing has been a giant plant. Have you ever been hypnotized?
No. I've never actually been to a magic show in real life, and I've never been hypnotized. I've never been to like a palm reader or anything like that. I've always wanted to. I've just never done it. Have you been hypnotized?
I've done a palm. I've done a palm reading from someone who's like basically like, it's not real. It's called a cold read, and you could do social cues and basically feed for things. So that immediately, I think there's something along with like the stars and astrology.
That makes sense.
But getting back to mind reading and hypnotism, that's from like that's the devil's work. I don't
because I've seen that black magic away from me.
Yeah, my older brother who like he's a steel trap. You can't get in there, and he did the same thing on a trip. I think it was like his like senior trip, kind of like senior night. And he'll probably kill me if you see this, but whatever. And they did the whole hypnotist. A hypnotist was there. It was at a Dave and Buster's type place. There's a hypnotist there, and I'm sure he did the exact same thing that like I was trying to do. Like, this isn't gonna work. Like, I'll be the one that I'll go along. I'm not gonna be the jerk. So I keep asking him. I have to ask him probably once a year, like, what was it like? And he will not talk about it. I'm like, so he was like, he won't talk about it. I'm like, I want to be like, did he make you do the funky chicken? Did he embarrass you? And he will not talk about it. And I want like, what happened? So that freaks me out because he didn't have control of his mind and something happened. And he probably like, that's what bothers me is you have, if there's something there and you have to like bark like a dog and then all of a sudden you're back, that's terrifying. That someone can control your body without.
Yeah, don't like that.
Nope.
Don't like that.
So I don't know. It gives me the heebie-jeebies. And the thing is, you know, it's not like it just happened to him once. Like this guy's doing it to other people, and there's the skill to learn to do that, and it's weird.
Yeah, I've like heard of people like getting hypnotized for like better life changes. Like they can get hypnotized to quit smoking or like things like that. Right. And I guess I was always just like super skeptical. Like I assumed it was almost like a sugar pill. You know what I mean? Like you go in, you feel like, I'm cured. I don't need to smoke anymore. But really, it's just like you just actually convince yourself you don't have to smoke anymore. Like something like that. But I think it would be so scary to like book an appointment with a hypnotist and like go in, because then like you'd be walking out with no kidneys. You'd be walking out like your bank account's empty. You don't know. And then they'll just be like, you never forget that you even had a bank account and give me all your passwords. And then you just go home living a normal life. Like, this is great. Like, I wonder where I get money from.
And your Wells Fargo keeps asking if like, this is you making this charge. I'm like, I guess so. Because like,
then your keyword was Wells Fargo. Every time you hear Wells Fargo, you just like cash app this guy.
Yep. And then he just pieces out and goes in the next town.
Yeah, I like to picture that like all hypnotists and psychic travel in like one of those like carts. You know what I mean? Like they used to like pull the
like
carts
the Barnum
around.
and Bailey kind of carts, like vaudeville type carts. All of them just piling together.
Yeah, like a caravan.
Yes. What would your magician name be?
I don't know. That's a hard one because like, do magicians have like cool stage names? Like I guess Chris Angel and David Blaine, like they're all like real people's names. I think like Henry Houdini. Is it Harry Houdini?
Harry Houdini. I guess they just had like strong names.
Yeah, Ben Young. I couldn't do that. I would need something cool. I need like
Ben Young sounds cool. Ben Young.
Yeah, Ben Young, but like that sounds more of like a country music star than it does a magician. It would have to be like, I don't know. I feel like it has to. That's tough, man. It needs to either have like a cool like Italian last name or like some like star-studded last name. What about yours?
I guess
Magic Mark.
Yeah, because like if it's like that's it, Magic Mark. I'm like, don't expect anything at all from me except you want me to punch you in the back.
Magic Mark, he can shuffle.
Yeah, he can shut now poorly.
Now shuffling.
Yeah, now shuffling. I'll be the shuffling Mark. I'll just man, I want to see what's going on. Part of my Googling, people usually on podcasts, they have stuff that pops up, but I want to see if the Magic Castle is still with us.
Man, I've been working on like switching from Googling things to just ChatGPTing things.
Yeah.
It seems that I get, I don't know, just a faster answer to kind of like more directly what I'm looking for. Like,
but I like,
go ahead.
I like the appearance, like, because now it brought me to this website. So Magic Castle is alive and doing well.
Nice.
And you have to be part of the Distinguished Club.
Ooh, the Distinguished Club.
Yeah. The Academy of Magical Arts at the Magic Castle. So they actually have a whole, because you can go into a speakeasy downstairs, and that's like where their training magicians are, and they'll say like, oh, can I do a card trick? And they'll kind of do like, is this your card type things, and reach into your pocket. But there's a library. There's a library where you're not allowed to go, and you have to be a magician to go in. So naturally I was like, come on. Let me like thinking like I was so delusional. Yeah, delusional be like, yeah, but come on, it's right there. And they're so like they protect all that because the whole magician never tells. They were so like, and everyone was in character, but they also believed this is an art. And I believe I respected all of it. What?
Do they wear cloaks?
No, probably doing there. You do have to dress nice too. You have to wear like a tie and a jacket and nice pants. You can't go in and slum it.
No shorts.
So, No shorts. They're super strict about everything.
It's crazy that place with magicians would like require sleeves because that's the place most commonly that they would hide tricks. So
yeah. They need people with sleeves in there so they can hide like things on your jacket.
If they were the only ones without sleeves, then it'd be weird.
Then I'd be like, you guys are up to something. I did like research, like how do I do well at the Magic Castle? I thought way too hard, but I just wanted to have the best experience.
Right.
And it said if someone comes up to you and says, "Do you have any questions?" You can ask them like anything, and you're supposed to say, "Oh," because there's hidden rooms too. There are magic rooms. There are hidden wine cellars that you do private parties. It's huge.
That's cool.
And so I'm like, oh my, and they don't, if someone comes up to you and says, do you have any questions? That's like the code kind of phrase and different than like a maitre d', like if a magician or someone, because they do have like, I don't know if this is a wrong, I don't know if you're allowed to say gypsy anymore, but they do have like gypsy magician type people, palm readers saying like, do you have questions? It's an awesome place. I want to go in.
Choose your own adventure?
Yes. So I'm like hyped. I'm like, yeah, I hope I get picked for this. If someone asks, do you have any questions? I'm going to say yes. Can you take me to the hidden rooms? We're in there. The situation comes up. This like old woman comes up and says, do you have any questions? I go, nope. And I'm like, no. And then that was it. I'm like, I have so many magician regrets. One, beating up my brother, and then two, like saying no at the best opportunity. Who knows
what could have happened in the secret rooms?
Who knows? Who knows? I would have been hypnotized and brought out on stage. Or maybe it was for the better.
That's true. Or maybe they would have inducted you into the School of Witchcraft and Wizardry or whatever it was.
Oh, Ben, I could have lived a different life right now. I could have been in that library right now.
You could magic those books.
I would have been shuffling years ago. Oh man, nope. It's like the thing that I always wish I could do, but I'll never follow it. I'll never try.
Right. Yeah.
Right. Well, if we're in LA, if we go to LA for any type of Collecticon, we should try to hit up some magicians and get in there.
Heck yeah. I was going to say, is it like any different? I've never been to a Vegas magic show either, obviously. So like, what was the vibe difference? Was it like being in like an intimate comedy club versus like a big arena show, or was it like?
Yeah. Well, it was really cool because have you been to the Comedy Store before?
No, I've been to comedy clubs, but not the store.
So the store, it's amazing. So it's very, very similar because the Comedy Store has the main room, the belly room, and the headliner room. Right. Pretty sure it's called the headliner room. Or maybe, no, yeah. Either way, I know there's main and belly. So belly's the smaller one. Main is the big one. But usually those are like the bringer shows, pay to play. And then if you're in the headlining one, you have to be like a paid, big performer. And it was the same very intimate atmosphere if you go to the comedy, at the Comedy Store, you could kind of like float around and there are back rooms and such. Mm-hmm. I was lucky enough to like know some people. So I was able to explore the back rooms and do all that. And it's really cool. So it had the same exact vibe where one, it's historic, and two, just people really believed in this. That I'd imagine maybe something like probably like Ren Fair type stuff. I've never done Ren Fair, but it's like, you don't try to question it. You don't be a jerk. There's a known thing of don't be a jerk. Believe in this. Don't come and be a skeptic.
Right.
Because I do want to, I wanted to believe, I was all bored, but I wanted to figure it out. So that's what I liked. It was more of like, it definitely felt like a club, and you were invited. So you were a guest. So don't be a jerk. And there's amazing like history on the wall. Mm-hmm. All actual Harry Houdini things, all these posters. Ooh. And there's a phone booth. There's another regret. There's a phone booth where like you're supposed to answer it, and it's a whole bit where spirits kind of talk to you. But my wife went in there, girlfriend at the time, and then some friends, and I was like, "Would you like what?" Because I was such a wuss. I was like, "What did you?" I didn't want to ghost popping out.
You're just like, let it go to voicemail.
Yeah. And then that's when the gypsy woman asked if I had questions, and I was like, "No," like because I was all caught up in all of it, and they like they wouldn't tell me what it was, and then I'm like, did the recording tell them not to tell me? This whole place messed me up, but it stuck with me. That's what I really enjoyed. So we got to hit it up.
When you walked in, and you don't even know it.
This whole time I've been hypnotized. It's just a whole marketing scam. They wanted me to talk about it on a podcast for our 20 subscribers. So.
They've got you. But honestly, I'm so intrigued about this Magic Castle now.
I love that it's still standing. I do know there was a big fire, and Neil Patrick Harris came in. He's like, I got you.
Shout out Neil Patrick Harris.
Yeah.
I wonder what happened. How did the fire start? Was it like a magic trick gone awry? or was it like?
I think it was an electrical thing, but could you imagine if someone's like, "Behold,
the flame of a dragon"? Oh no!
Yeah. Oh no! The whole library burns down. And he's like, "Oh
Save the
man,
books.
Ben Young, what have you
The
done?"
ancient scripts.
I asked too many questions.
I just wanted to see the back rooms.
I just wanted to find out what the phone booth said. Man, yep. All that history gone. But who knows what happened there? When was the last time you were in Los Angeles?
At this point, 2023.
Oh yeah, because you lived. Yeah, you were on the West Coast for a bit. So
yeah, I moved to the East Coast from the West Coast in 2021. But lived my like whole adult life on the West Coast, and then 2023 went back, flew into LA for BlizzCon.
Okay.
Blizzard convention.
BlizzCon, yeah.
And then they just like canceled it. It was gone for 4 years, and then they had it back for 1 year, and it was like super fun. Everyone's like, "We're back!" And then Microsoft bought them, and they're like, "We don't want to have those anymore." But now it's back again. In September of next year. Just booked our rooms.
You're going?
Yeah, it's like my dad, my brother, my two brothers, and me all usually go. My younger brother just turned 18, so now he like goes with us. But it's like we just been like a Blizzard Warcraft nerd family forever. So BlizzCon is like our thing. It's like our dude trip.
Is it Los Angeles? Is it San Diego?
It's in Anaheim. It's where they did like Pokemon Worlds.
Yeah, Anaheim's a good place.
It's right there. It's interesting with like the Disney crowd, especially like when there's BlizzCon, because there's like like orcs and like people running around with swords and mechs, and then you see like the little families that are there for like their 2-day Disney trip that they got on Groupon, and they're like, "What is happening?" And like, "Get away from the orcs!"
Oh no! Give me the Pluto right now!
Right, and it's like crazy because you know how like collecticons and stuff, there's like the trade nights that happen after the show, but with BlizzCon, the Anaheim Convention Center has like a Hilton and a Marriott on either side, and then the convention center's at the end, and it's like a U-turn right there, and they block it all off. But all of the hotels in the surrounding areas turn their whole lobbies into like trade zones, and people just like set up their own little booths. But like Blizzard doesn't have like vendors, right? So it's just like people with like the suitcases open with just like collector's editions and like all weird like memorabilia and stuff. But they party. Because these dudes are used to playing Warcraft until like 5 a.m, so they're all just like hanging out in the lobby, just chilling. But it's like
what are they selling?
All kinds of stuff. Because like the amount of games that Blizzard has is crazy, right? Like Warcraft, Diablo, Overwatch, like the list goes on, and then each one of those has like merch and special collector's edition items and like employee items, just like a trading card game. You know, there's all kinds of different things that people get as like employee gifts and like for special events that only like certain people got, and serialized stuff. And some of that stuff goes for like top value.
Really? Are you chasing anything right now for any type of your collection?
There's one thing. It's called the El Pollo Grande. It came out of the World of Warcraft.
The big chicken?
Yes, precisely.
Yeah. Like that French.
in Warcraft used to have like a trading card game, and there were like hits in the box that had like little codes you could scratch off, and you can get stuff in the game. The two big the biggest one was called the Spectral Tiger. It was like a mount that still sells for like $6,000-$7,000 for the card. But I got that in like 2012. But El Pollo Grande is literally like just a big chicken that you can ride on, and like the icon looks like an egg. But to buy the card is still like between $2,000 and $4,000. And I'm just like, man, like I'm the kind of guy who just wants to like buy up the rest of the booster boxes and just rip it myself because like there's gotta be one in there. But I also like I kind of did that once. Like when I first got out of the Navy, I dropped like $7,000 on Warcraft booster boxes, and like me and my dad and my brother all sat and ripped them. And we were like, "This is gonna be awesome," and we had nothing, and like it was just quiet at the table, and I was like, we tried.
Mountains of bulk cards.
Yeah, like Warcraft TCG that none of us knew how to play, and like the only like code card we got was like a little kitten pet. And my dad's like, "The kitten's pretty cute." I'm like, "Yeah, man. Thanks, Dad."
Thanks, Dad. Yeah. Just keep keep it optimistic. But it sounds like a good like bonding time. So,
what are you chasing?
A buddy of ours has a 1-of-1 Breakfast Aliens Topps Chrome.
Ooh.
And it's in a PSA 9, and we're gonna do some trades. The thing is, I don't know when I'm gonna see. We agreed on it, and I want to see him. He's about an hour and a half away. I won't go just do it now, but I think I'm going to enjoy it more. And when I see him at probably New Jersey Collecticon.
That's cool.
And that just came up. We were talking about Topps Chrome, and I have some Topps Chrome, and I was like, man, I have a Walking Sam, but I was like, I really want one of those 1-on-1s, but I'm not digging a lot of them. And I didn't know this. This is my bad. He said, well, I have a Breakfast Alien. It's 1-of-1. And everyone you probably know exactly who I'm talking about, who I did this deal with. And he just said a super fair deal because he just wants like the cards in the right hands. And that's what I love. That's what I want to pay it forward is if there's some money, cool. But any deal, if I'm doing a deal with a friend, like if I have your phone number and we've chat and I know, like, I'm not going to be like, well, market's 40. So just give me like 35. It'd be like, dude, just give me 25 and buy me a burrito. Like I would rather have someone have it, especially if it's finishing their collection, because you know how many times, every time I see one of our buddies in PA, we're always swapping cards and, things like that aren't my favorite, but I know it's going to be in there. To me, that's what it's about. I don't want to, nickel and dime and say, well, really that one's like, we're really $7 apart. How can we get there? It's just, to me, the joy of someone finishing their collection and something that I want, because that's what I love about trading. Like, I think with trading cards, like the collecting aspect, but man, when I have a good trade and everyone's happy, it just feels good. And then also the negotiation part. I love the negotiating part of the trade. Because even though the buddy of ours that I'm talking about, even though we both knew we were going to do a deal, him and I both love negotiating. Yeah. So it was like a respectful negotiating. He was like, well, I want this. I'm like, man, I can't do that. I can't do that. And he's like, I was like, what about this? And it was a very respectful counter. And then we knew we were going to get to something. And then the end, it was like, oh, that cool. That's great for me. Or he's like, cool, and like that to me is cooler. I think so. I'll say that to me is cooler than getting a hit. It'd be like, cool. Cause imagine getting a hit. And for those, I've had some messages. People are like, you're using language I don't know. So getting a hit is a big prized card in a pack, like a booster pack is what they're called. And also D&D stands for Dungeons and Dragons. So people are like, what does D&D stand for? For those not in the know, it's Dungeons and Dragons, which we'll talk about in a little bit. But anyways, have you ever gotten a hit and no one's around to see it? It's cool. It's really fun. But I would and no one's around, and it feels good because then you put it in your collection. But like trading cards or comics or any collectible is fun with friends. You can't be an isolated collector. That's just boring. So.
That's very true, especially with card games. Card games, I mean, like, I guess, if you're just a completionist who doesn't like play the game that you're collecting, you just kind of like want to have the cool things, then I get it. But like, no, if there's a game involved and there's people's favorite characters and favorite things, like, it's way more fun to like pull something that like I think is cool. It might be valuable, but like I know it's my best friend's favorite card, and I'm like, oh man, I can't wait to be like slamming this down in front of him and be like, here you go. Like, I get that.
I probably do so many deals not in my favor. Usually with food, I'm like, just I do burrito transactions. Like,
so what kind of deals you doing with food?
Pretzel, burritos, nothing. Basically,
that's
the price
smart,
of pretzel.
Though, honestly, you're just like you're meal prepping essentially.
Yeah, it's just actual like I'm using it for cash. So
just have a little.
Did you ever get into gold collecting or coins?
Kind of. It was like a big thing for people who went to Bahrain. I had a lot of friends to go to Bahrain in the Navy.
What's that?
Bahrain is a country in the Persian Gulf. It's like the Kingdom of Bahrain. It's near some stuff like Jebel Ali and Dubai and the Strait of Hormuz. Yeah, a bunch of words. But there it was like tax-free stuff and gold was cheap. So a lot of dudes would buy gold, or like their paychecks were tax-free. So they would buy gold in Bahrain and then they would just bring it home. But like, I never really like tried it. I thought it was cool, but I don't know. I didn't believe in it. What about you?
No. It's one of those, I like trading cards because it doesn't take up too much space. And if you want to trade or swap, you can sell it right away. Yeah. I have a buddy who literally has a chest of gold. He's a gold, like.
Is he a pirate?
He's a collector like us. So dude, price of gold shoots up a lot like TCGs.
It's true.
I don't know if it's as crazy. I haven't followed it, but he'll see trends and he will just enjoy his collection of gold. So I can't knock it because how cool would it be to say, oh man, this is made of gold. Look at my gold, and you're holding it. And it's actual. Yeah. Yeah, because anyone could say,
Well,
"Oh, that's gold, that's valuable." But when you go to this and say this is actually the same price as your gold over there, everyone's like, "Well, that's just a picture of a moth." So
yeah, I mean, if they had like a moth made of gold, I think that would be cool. If you just started like acquiring things made of gold, like of their like equal weight, that way, I think that's way cooler than just having like a chest of gold coins. But also, I don't know if I was gonna collect gold, I would have like an old looking pirate chest, and I would have only like gold coins, and I imagine some big rubies. I imagine that's.
are rubies? It sounds are rubies still a thing? Like you can go collect rubies, right? You could,
I can't imagine like
right?
not like a big ruby, but I imagine like a ruby ring isn't as expensive as like a big diamond. But I
I
could be
gotta
way
think.
wrong on that.
Gems can't go up in value like the maybe. Well, I know like diamonds are inherently
Right.
worthless,
Well,
so those go
because they can
down.
just make them. Can they
Mhm.
just make rubies? Like food coloring?
Yeah, probably. Maybe there's like a
Probably
cut
just
and
like
click.
dye
Comment
them.
below your favorite ruby and subscribe. We're really bad at getting subscribers. People like, well, we have pretty good views now on our shorts.
Nice.
So if you're watching this right now, please like and subscribe because I guess kind of tidbit too. I want to do 100 subscriber giveaway if you're down for
That'd be
that.
cool.
I
Heck
think
yeah.
we could do an art set and also throw in some alt
love
arts
that.
of MetaZoo.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, I usually have packs of it, but I ripped all of them. But so 100 subscriber giveaway, we'll put it all into a little random generator. So someone out there will get an art set of MetaZoo packs along with some alt arts, and I'll probably throw in some other
Jackalope
stuff. I
code
was going to say gold
promos?
coins, but I don't want that recorded. Like I was
Yeah.
going to add on to the bit, but maybe I'll throw in some gold coins.
I was promised a chest of gold from the Jackalope
Yeah.
Club.
Yeah. But then we're just sued. Our 20 subscribers sue us, and hey, good media. But anyways, subscribe, like. I feel dirty, but I had to get it out there.
Gotta get out there. It's the business.
I heard recently that I read a story where the guy who took the surgeon's picture of the, like about this, the Loch Ness monster.
Yeah.
Like how it's called the surgeon's picture.
Mm-hmm.
He was on his deathbed and admitted that it was all a hoax.
Yeah.
I wish I could have the names. I should, name what happened here. But anyways, he was on his deathbed and said, he gave out the whole story. He said that the Daily Inquirer, I should have done, but it's basically Daily Inquirer is what I think it was called. Daily, yeah. He submitted these pictures, like, because he knew everything was kind of like hoaxish type thing. Right. National Enquirer, that's what it was. And then they basically submitted and said, this is a hoax, this is fake, give up on it. And he thought, oh man, I'm going to show them. So this is where I give him respect because I want to know what year this was because I don't want to get dates wrong. I should know the name, but pardon my Googling. I guess you could chat GPT it.
It's too late. You're already Googling.
I'm already Googling, but also I'm typing so slowly. What year was it? 1933. Okay, so keep that in mind. 1933, this guy took the picture and he said, okay, I'm going to show the National Enquirer. I'm going to do a bit on the National Enquirer and do a hoax on them. Mm-hmm. So he did it. He got the picture. He knew that he was meeting his friend, the surgeon. So he said, hey, everyone's going to believe you because you're a surgeon. So say you saw this thing and you're reputable. And the guy's like, sure, this little thing, whatever. This little National Enquirer, that sounds funny. That's cute. Sure. This is 1933 where they probably thought he was crazy.
Yeah.
So he does it. He puts the picture out there, blows up. And here we are, talking about the Nessie. So could you imagine going your whole life I think that'd be pretty cool. Just kind of laughing.
I don't think I could keep that secret.
So it was him and his brother, and the surgeon, of course, knew. The surgeon didn't care. He thought this was all ridiculous too. And again, apologies for not knowing names. Comment below with the name. He's like, I'm a surgeon, and on his deathbed, he's like, it was all a hoax. Could you? I feel like that'd be pretty validating to just kind of do one over on the.
It felt good to get off of his chest at that point. But I feel like if your goal was to like stick it to the Inquirer, wouldn't he have taken it to his deathbed? Like why give it out unless it was to like make sure that the Inquirer knew, like, like tell CC it was me, like that kind of thing.
It probably.
Yeah.
Could you imagine? What if they got really bummed? The Inquirer was like, "Oh,
they got it. Yeah, it's because it's gonna ruin their credibility.
yeah. They have Bat Boy on their front cover,
right?
right?
They're
Guys,
like Paris Hilton, vampire.
yeah, we have proof inside.
Proof inside.
He put it on a little. Think about it. He put a lot of thought in trying to. He was really mad at the Inquirer because he put it on a little submarine propeller and he made it the little head, and it went out there and he just went like. He just let it off, and he went over and got telescope lens and developed the film and told the surgeon. Maybe he was crazy.
He might. Well, it sounds like he got his payback, and it oddly reminds me. Do you know like Bob Lazar's story, like the alien guy? Bob Lazar was like a scientist who like allegedly worked at Area 51, like a place called Area S4. And the way that it worked was like he would go to like a local airport. They would fly him out into the desert. He would work for a couple of weeks and then he'd go back. And allegedly his phone was like bugged at home because they obviously have to like watch these guys. And like his job was to like try to reverse engineer the propulsion of an alien spacecraft. Okay. And right, allegedly.
Yeah.
And they found that his wife was having an affair because they were tapping his phones. So they were like, all right, this guy's going to become unstable. Like, he's going to have all these issues. We have to worry about him, like, spilling. So they fired him. They didn't really tell him why. So he gets fired. He knew that he knew too much. He's freaking out that the government's going to come for him. And then he, like, goes, like, immediately to, like, a TV station and does, like, a big interview about, like, everything that he did. And, like, to this day is, like, a lot of the things that he has, like, most of the things he has talked about have come true. There's a really cool, like, movie on Netflix you should watch. It's, like, about Bob. I think you just type in Bob Lazar and you'll find it. But, like, it reminds me of the Loch Ness thing because, like, he's somebody who, like, did something, got fired, and now he's, like, trying to reveal all these secrets. But, like, what if he's just been lying the whole time? And he's just, like, spilling stuff that he just, like, kind of might be getting right. Like, the Loch Ness Monster, like, there's been other sightings of the Loch Ness Monster. Like, that picture exists, but there's been other things. Like, there could still be a monster there. Like, this guy could just be, like, getting stuff right. And there's,
since
like,
1933, yeah, I'm sure there's some crazy stuff in the Loch Ness. So this Bob Lazarus, that's his name?
Bob Lazar.
Bob Lazar. So he said, I worked on these things. So I'm guessing on Netflix, people are trying to discredit him and say, I don't even know who he is.
Well, it's interesting. Well, so like his story is wild because he like claimed that he went to MIT, but then there was no records of him at MIT. But then somebody found like yearbooks and like school like newspapers with like him in it and like him in class and stuff. So like they tried to like erase his history. He's been on like he went and like did podcast tours and movies. He's been around. This was like in the like 70s or 80s that this started. And he like talked about like element 115 or whatever like back in the 80s, and then it was only like in recent years that they discovered that. And he talked about like a hand scanner to like get into the building back in like the 80s, and then like in recent years they showed that like that's exactly how you get into the place. He like knew these laboratories and like how to get in places, but like they claimed that he's never been there, but he knew it. Like he's like probably the most credible, but like also the like most to be skeptical about because he's been around for so long and like hasn't just been like abducted. Like if he really had some, like,
he's trying to just get back at his wife. Like, no, I am a cool guy.
Right?
Please
like
come back.
The whole time. His wife's like, I'm leaving you. You don't work on aliens. He's like, yes, I do.
I do work on aliens.
I told you we're going to go to Mars.
There's hand scanners and everything. Okay,
Whatever,
Bob. See you later. Yeah, okay. No, come on.
Crazy Bob.
And then he just keeps going more and more down the rabbit hole, like telling his buddy to plant those MIT yearbooks.
Right?
Man, I guess if you go crazy, you can go full crazy. You can. There's no stopping you if you're delusional.
Go crazy.
Bob. Is he alive? Is he still alive?
Yeah, he still like actively does stuff. Like the thing about him was like very recent.
Is he the red pill guy? The like red pill university?
That's Morpheus from the Matrix.
No, there's a. Have you heard about the red pill university? There's it's called the Red Pill University, and it's all about basically like skeptics and not believing the government. And a bit about it is, hey, this is fun, similar to Magic Castle. But then there's also the other people saying this is it. And there's one guy who runs it all, who does say like it's fun. He teaches it more as like a kind of Socratic type thing. Like, let's question everything. Like, we should be questioning everything. And some people take it too far, like anything.
You have to know a philosopher to get in.
66 years old.
He's super interesting. He's definitely like the Netflix thing is a really good watch. It's by a guy named Jeremy Corbell, who was like a big part of all of the UFO disclosure that's been going on the last couple of years, like with the New York Times and everything and all the congressional hearings.
Okay. Yep.
He's the one who did the Bob Lazar movie, and it's a really cool watch.
Bob Lazar, Area 51 and Flying Saucers.
Yeah, straight to the point.
Yeah.
The name of my movie would not be that cool. It would be like Ben Young, Hungry Howie's Pizza, and Trade Cards.
Yeah. Mine would just be like, Mark Alderson, seen some stuff, probably.
Probably.
Don't question on his magic. Yeah. Dude, he's got 351,000. All right, so he does have the coolest Instagram handle. So shout out to Bob Lazar, and he goes by United Nuclear Bob.
That's cool.
Yeah. He just typed in and he thought, is this going to be available? And of course, he's there with a bunch of sci-fi things and UFOs. Hey, man, good for him. Like, he's living it, talking about UFOs for a living. And he's got 351,000 followers on Instagram.
Believer.
What do you think his pay is to show up at an event?
You know, I feel like people like that, probably like 100K, 50K. I think that it sounds steep, but if you think about like the level of nerds that are like involved with that stuff and like the high-end jobs that they probably have, like, yeah, like I think like a lot of high-end skeptics are probably like tech bros and people who believe in aliens that are going to get involved with that or they're like oil barons who are like, yeah, I seen some aliens. And then I paid Bob $50K to come to my wedding.
Come on, Bob. You're not Nuclear Bob.
Nuclear Bob.
Nuclear Bob's here. Oh my God.
Do you think it's less?
He's 66. He's still got some life in him. So
he seems very young. But maybe he like has some technology that we don't know about.
Well, he's got some like stuff in his blood.
I saw there's a guy who they kept alive for a month with no heart. They like put in like a robot thing that just like it had no beat, but it pumped the blood where it needed to go, and he stayed alive for over a month.
This is a real thing, or is this from the Inquirer?
Nah, it might have been from the Inquirer. It was after the Paris Hilton Vampires, but I did read it. I thought that was interesting. It was like then like there's trying stuff because like eventually if they got to the point where they could replace organs with technology, that'd be wild.
Oh, dude, 2042. Organs are we're gonna be cyborgs by 2042.
Probably,
if
right?
If YouTube is still around and our 20 subscribers or our 21 subscribers, come back here on 2042.
We're doing a giveaway, 2042.
We're doing a bionic giveaway. We're giving away a bionic heart, bro. I mean, with AI, there's got to be chips telling your body to do certain things.
Right. Or like the second that something's wrong, like it's going to tell you like blood clot detected.
Yep. I was watching a documentary or I mean, like YouTube, their documentaries now, I guess. Pretty sure it was on YouTube. And they're just saying, oh, where's technology advancing to? Because that's a fun thing I like to, what are we in for? Because there's a lot of theories. What it was is that the CES show, like basically like the technology that we're going to live with and that's going to help out consumer something expo, whatever.
Yeah, I know CES.
So it's like, what are we in for? What's going on? And of course, there's all these things, the flying cars, or if you can drive the car with your brain, all these crazy things. But then the realistic ones are, by the way, never worry about mowing your lawn in the near future. Like we're gonna Roomba it, and you're gonna have that for your lawn. Right now they're $1,000, but we're eventually going to be giving them away for Christmas gifts. Like it's going to be like, yeah, I got you a lawn Roomba. I already got 4 of those. So the big thing, and they said, hey, I know this is crazy, but the future is in toilets. Have you heard this?
No.
So apparently Japan is ahead of us, and they want to connect your makeup, I guess your medical history to your toilet. I'm definitely not explaining it correctly, but essentially, like, oh, hey, I'm gonna go number 2, and that toilet will be able to alert saying, hey, you should talk to your doctor about colon cancer because there's some remnants here, and it's just going to have all these lasers that are constantly monitoring your business.
Wow.
And also, if you go number one, they're going to say, hey, it doesn't seem too far off. You would get a notification saying, hey, do you want CVS to fill a prescription for a UTI? And you go, I didn't know.
My doctor is going to call me like, hey, like your toilet's telling me that you just like have not stopped drinking Mountain Dew.
All these toilet narcs everywhere.
Yeah, my toilet's just telling me like, I'm trying to lose weight. My doctor's like, hey man, your toilet told me you had Taco Bell today. Like, you gotta stay. Shut up, stupid toilet.
Stop
I'm going outside.
Yeah. Your wife's like, honey, did you drink? Nah, I didn't drink. Well, your toilet says otherwise.
Yeah, toilet says you got a 0.08. Stupid
toilet. And it's one of those toilets from. Do you ever see Look Who's Talking Now?
Yeah.
It's just like, I'm sorry about that. The nuclear Bob is in the bushes, be like, I told you guys. I've been telling you since the 80s. All right, we're getting too crazy, but this weekend we are at Card Party, but this is going to come out after Card Party, so I'm looking forward to it. First time. I like Pokemon. I want to say I like Pokemon a lot. It's going to be very enjoyable. It's going to be a scene that I've never been into, like these big names in Pokemon. Yeah. So maybe I'm trying to be like, it's not that cool, when really inside I'm like, this is pretty cool.
It'll probably I'm more interested in like the workshops and panels that they have going on, like really like trying to see, because I mean at the end of the day it's like a similar industry, so even though like we're not necessarily like in Pokemon, it'll be cool to see like what tactics and what things people are doing in the industry, and I'm hoping that that's the kind of like workshops that are centered, and they're not just like bringing kids up like, who's your favorite Pokemon? That's like the workshop. But
they're gonna call on you.
They're gonna call on me.
I don't want to. But there's gonna be a hypnotist. There's gonna be Pokemon.
Yeah, actually, there's a guy at Card Party. If they ask you if you have any questions, if they ask you your favorite Pokemon, cool. Who's your favorite starter? You have to say Pikachu. It's a trick.
Yeah. If you see the Pollo Grande, would you buy it?
Yeah, if I saw it at a show, I would buy it because I would feel like it's destiny. Because I've never once. Actually, no, I take that back. I saw a Warcraft booster box one time, but it was like one of the cheap ones. And I also saw one at like a flea market one time. But the dude had it priced like ridiculous, but it was just like random. But if I saw El Pollo Grande in a case, I would be like, yep, today's the day.
All right. We spoke into existence. If we see it, we'll split the box and we'll do it, and we'll pull out a Pollo Grande. We'll make previous Ben much happier. So, all right, man. We will explore Seattle. We'll bring up some updates because that's where Card Party is, and we'll have some fun on the next one. Episode 4, man. This was fun. I always try to make it shorter, but I think we go longer. But you got to make space for magic then. So
magic, aliens, shuffling. Great.
We covered it all, man. Toilets. We're good. All right, man. Have a good night. Like and subscribe. We're trying to get to that 100-person giveaway, 100 subscriber giveaway. Go to the jackalopeclub.com. Use code podcast for 10% off your order. And hey, man, just go support someone. Go do a trade with someone. That's what I would like for you to go do this week. Yeah, go learn a magic trick or go do a trade. And hey, stay safe. I'm really bad with sign-offs. We'll figure it out. Bye, everyone.